Here's a little sampling, again, courtesy of Newsbusters, of the reporting on this matter this morning. I think it's, let me make sure, it's MSNBC, ABC, and CBS News. Listen.
That years of Republican propaganda and Trump-fueled fascism led 42-year-old David DePape to break into Nancy Pelosi's San Francisco home, seemingly with the intent to harm her.
No specific motive has been identified. The circumstances are eerily similar to the January 6th attack, some bringing zip ties into the Capitol, attempting to find officials and take them hostage. Pelosi, one of the targets that day and Friday.
This is an incredibly toxic moment that has been building for years and only getting worse. Threats against members of Congress have more than doubled since 2017.
Fundraising requires lots of conflict. You don't get a fundraising email that says, oh, the other side has a point. You get a fundraising email that says the other side is at the door ready to ruin your life and all that you believe. Right. That has amped up the temperature.
Stoking the flames, if you will.
Stoking the flames. There's always been political violence, but now what happens is you have a system that structurally incentivizes more and more heated rhetoric. While there have been victims in both parties, targeted Democrats and Republicans, conservatives and liberals, the structure of the Republican Party more recently with the advent of Donald Trump has put a person at the top of the party who has consistently advocated violence and who has created a market within his own party where it's fun to joke about violence.
John Dickerson there in the last soundbite. And then, Senator, just to add on, so you're not confused about exactly how this is linked to January 6th, here's Karine Jean-Pierre, the White House spokesperson, on MSNBC this weekend.
The thing that is probably the most haunting about when we hear the reports of this assailant, of the attacker that we were speaking of, is that he was yelling out the things that we heard during January 6th, which is, where is Nancy? And, you know, again, we need to end this type of rhetoric. It needs to stop. And it is incredibly, incredibly dangerous.
Got it? Back to the CNN report. We will scare them and we will anger them by putting January 6th in their face as often as possible. The cynicism of trying to exploit this attack into a January 6th redo is obvious and disgusting.
Yeah, again, it's because the Democrats don't have any other issue on which they campaign. I mean, the January 6th Capitol riots had many terrible crimes. I think most Americans, though, remember most about January 6, 2021, that gas was $2.40 a gallon, or that they could afford groceries at the end of the week, or they could pay their rent and their utilities at the end of the month. And that's what they want to have again. The Democratic Party, their adjuncts in the media, are simply trying to focus on other stories in the final days before this election because they have no compelling argument to make about their stewardship of the economy or their protection of our border or their building up of our military, which on all those things, they weaken us. And as I say, not only the strong, they weaken us intentionally to pursue their own ideological agenda. Now they're about to pay the economic or the electoral consequences of pursuing that agenda, and they want to change the story.
You know who doesn't have spooky meats? Good Ranchers. They deliver America's best meat and seafood to you year-round. No costume of labels, no gimmicks, just great meat that shows up right at your door. Their October Feast special just got even better. You can get up to 4 pounds of meat for free. You order any box, get over 2 pounds of their better-than-organic chicken breast for free. If your order is over $300 worth of delicious meat, you'll also get 2 pounds of their Wagyu ground beef thrown in as well. Head on over to goodranchers.com/Megyn to claim your special October feast of 4 free pounds of meat today. Join the tens of thousands of Americans getting 100% American meat delivered right to their door. Store-bought meat can be tainted with scary bacteria and with ghoulish inflated prices. Good Ranchers lets you save $25 on every box and lock in your price when you subscribe. Put an end to your meat buying nightmare by visiting goodranchers.com/Megyn to get over 4 pounds free of high quality beef and chicken. The real monster isn't under your bed. It's really in your fridge. Take control over your food with an October feast from Good Ranchers. American meat delivered. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.